shooting the shit with Rhonda and T. Tonight we are reviewing the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 14. I'm going to say this is the season finale episode.
Finale. It's the finale. Woo-hoo.
It's the finale. My TV came off of mute. Turn it down so it don't pop in again. So we are. Oh, before we start, D said. Rhonda, you said. That's what he said.
Well, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel.
All right. So, CVS is giving Kenya 5,000 more stores. Okay. So at this point, she got her issues with her packaging resolved. She said she had to end up paying more money to get her stuff here faster, but she got it together, and she's going into 5,000 more CVS stores.
Because the bigger picture is you're gonna make more money, and you don't get opportunities like that. Like if you can't get it in there now, they ain't gonna take you seriously the next time around.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, clearly she had the money.
She had it. She just said she had to, put her savings.
You gotta fight it.
She had it.
She'll do well because, and this is another smart thing she did. She made herself more likable this season because that's gonna help her make more money. Now, if you walk around pissing people off, they're not gonna buy your shit. So
Right.
Smart.
Yeah, I didn't hate Kenya after watching this, like in previous.
She
seasons.
had her branding. I didn't know what none of that shit looked like before. Like, before the episode, she had. I mean, I ain't mad at her. I saw everything. I know with the purple, her colors is purple. I got it. She did it. She did her damn thing. It was real easy. Good marketing for some people.
Some. Marlo and her nephews visit Sanya and Ross. Ross offered to spend time with the boys. He's gonna teach them how to change a tire and change oil. And Sanya went out and bought them little mechanic outfits, so that was cute. And
I feel like because everybody's always like, I don't know how you are a single mom. I don't know what happens if your son don't have an influence. My son had his uncles and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And some of his uncles are car niggas. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, do you not know other people? I get it, like the whole, father figure in the house. And Ross, I mean, if what's the good of having friends like that if you're not gonna take advantage of it?
Right. And that's what Ross do. He a car person. He got the whole
right.
fleet. He know how to maintain it. So that was nice. Ross seemed happy.
Honestly, like, it would be nice to show your girls how to change the oil in the tire too. That's real cute and everything, but don't just limit it to boys needing a male figure because girls is out here driving around by themselves, and so they need to know how to do those things.
Yeah.
Nobody taught me that.
How to change the oil? I don't know how to change the oil. I know how to look and see if it need oil, but I don't know how to.
I can check the oil, right?
Yeah. She let Sanya know that her mom is coming to visit her. She hasn't seen her mom in 3 years. Okay. And Sanya want to know, well, why is she staying at a hotel? Why she ain't staying with you? She said, because the last time we had a disagreement, Mama went around knocking on all the neighbor doors, talking about this MF and B and this hoe, this. And so she can't stay with me because she got a history of acting the fool. And she was like, at this point, she don't know if she on drugs or drinking or what. So it's probably safe for her right now to be staying at the hotel.
You know what's irritating is I still don't like Marlo. I think her mother, like that whole thing, like you see how she was raised and you get it. That doesn't change how I feel about her. But why y'all wait until now? This should have been like stuff that was, you know what I'm saying? If y'all wanted us to like feel some type of way about Marlo, this should have been in the beginning.
If we could have got more of this and less of the BS,
you know
what I'm saying? Focus really for real her what I thought we was gonna get was really her trying to raise these kids and like some background on her, not her shipping the kids off to her sister before kids and
And that
causing.
fake shit with Kenya and that nonsense. Like, even Kenya's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm trying to be nice to you.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, this is, and like you said, it's a little bit too late now. I can't. It's I looked at him, was like, okay, I see where she come from, but it's still hard for me to have warm
You
fuzzy
don't
feelings
still feel
about
no
her.
different about her.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, because
Um,
at the end of the day, like, yeah, I get it. You've had a real effed up upbringing, but that still doesn't give you a pass to treat people messed up. Like, it should have taught you how not to treat people. You don't like it. You don't like it when your mother does that crazy shit. So then don't do it to other people.
it's a lot of people that grew up like that, and everybody's not walking around being an asshole. You know what I'm saying? So you can't keep using that for an excuse. Um, so say you tell her that her and Ross talk, and he told her, look, if you're not ready to have a baby, I don't want you to do something that don't make you comfortable. So with him saying that, that made her so happy. So now she wants to go ahead and get her IUD removed so she can try to have a baby. Y'all
Well,
did
I
all
don't
that.
care unless she gets pregnant. How about that? Because this sounds like,
Like we've been the first time we seen her, which was years ago, y'all was having this issue. I'm mad that y'all made this the subject for you because we heard this all before, and then it's like, oh, now I agree. He just said the magic words, and now
yeah,
okay,
that's why I'm like, I guess if she's pregnant, then I'll care. If she's not, then I don't want to hear that shit anymore.
girl, and she probably won't be. Um, so Sheree's at the venue for her show. The venue was beautiful. The place she picked was so nice. She
Why was
spent.
she just now getting it? I feel like, as someone who does fashion shows, I feel like just watching her do shit at the last minute is just me the fuck out.
It's stressing you out.
Like your venue, like the few days before the show.
I'll call BS on all that shit though. I think all of that shit was strictly for TV. I call BS on all of that. All of
The
this is
show, you mean, or
the show, the whole everything is last minute. I don't, cause can you really rent a place like that at the last minute? Probably
usually
not.
not. Usually not.
Yeah, I call BS on all of that. Like this
Especially
whole,
like, I don't know. They said
yeah,
it was like Valentine's Day. How many
right.
weddings be booked around February?
I call BS on her whole story at this point. Um, so she tells us that the lady who's making her pieces in New York is not gonna have all the pieces ready in time, and she's upset. Now, one minute, you talking about New York. Last
Did she
time it
move from Alaska?
was Alaska, California, New York. Which one? What? Come to the Midwest. Pick one. Chicago. You ain't had nobody in Chicago. I'm just saying.
They have people in Atlanta. The whole market is in Atlanta.
The story change every time she come on the scene. She blaming different people in different areas of why she don't have these collections without our call bullshit off. But so this lady is not gonna have all the collections together. Okay, child.
She got 5 pieces. She waiting on 19.
From 3 different states.
But
Now I
see,
want
this is another thing too, like a real designer, because she likes to keep referring herself as a designer, and that's not what she is. Because a real designer, you don't even know the models. Like the models you ain't met, there has been no fitting. All of that stuff needs to take place like maybe a couple weeks before, so you can have time to make the adjustments that you need to make. They showed up the same day as the models, and you figured that shit out that day.
happen to fit the clothes correctly. None of this shit makes sense to me. None of it. Mm-mm. So we'll get back to her stupid butt in a minute. Marlo picked her up from the airport So clearly she sent her stylist to hook mama up before she got there. So she had mama looking good. Except mama forgot her teeth. She threw her teeth away by accident. Now, you know that happens. So mama showed up, but she still looked cute. She just didn't have her teeth. Um, so she took her mama to a store to pick out a couple of outfits because her mom, she said, has a flea market. And she's saying this is how she got her whole
Where does
love.
her mother live? In Tampa? She's still in Florida? Where does she come from?
I don't know, but ain't mama supposed to been like on drugs recently? You know what I'm saying? But she got a whole flea market.
Well, that's nothing. All you gotta do is rent a space, rent a thing.
Okay.
You know how they be having them little space at the flea market.
She like Jody.
Like
Jody on
who?
baby Jody on Baby Boy had his
Did he
little.
have a flea market? He was just walking around with shit.
Yeah, she like that. Pop the
But
trunk.
what I'm saying is, like, at the flea market, at the thing, you could rent a spot for, you know what I'm saying? I don't think you got to be contracted. You just, go run it for the day.
Okay, so mama got flea market, and this where she get all of her fashions and her love from. So she
Okay.
picked, but the little piece I tell her she picked out was look cute on her. The little thing she did put on did look cute on her. So mama say, look here, I'm ready to move back home. So
She
I don't know
reminds
where
me of
I'm at.
she reminds me of a family member.
Stop it. Uh, mama said
You were just when you start saying how the mama is fly and everything, and I was like, huh.
you had it. Yeah.
Don't act like you didn't think about it because you did.
Yeah. I don't know if she got her teeth either. But anyway, mama said she ready to come back home. So I don't know
Where is
where
her home? What is she talking about? I thought her
wherever
home was.
she just flew in from, but it's not Lithonia where she was. Okay. Because she said, well, really, because you hurt me and I hurt you, but what you really hurt me is when you kicked me out of my home. And Marlo's response was, the house that I bought you. But you know what, Marlo? If you buy her, the house is no longer yours. Ain't that
Well,
how that works?
she bought for her to stay in. She ain't,
So you
it
kicked her
wasn't
out?
paid for. She was paying the mortgage on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not paid for. You didn't give it to her.
She
You
turned
bought it for
around
the
and sold
family.
the house. She turned around and bought and sold the house. She kicked her out.
She kicked her out. You know what though? You can't, like, first of all, you can't give no house to somebody with a drug problem. She gave her mother a house to live in, okay? And this is the last time you'll probably hear me like have Marlo's side, but seem like all these parents that be on these shows that were cracked out and weren't there to raise their kids always want to still not accept full responsibility. Like, you can't tell her like, because you hurt my feelings when you kicked me out the house. Why she kick you out the house?
She said she kicked her out the house because they was up in there fighting and drugs and the police was being called out. And she said initially when she bought her the house though, she bought it for her and the grandkids to have.
So now
Okay.
the grandkids can't be there.
So my whole thing with that though, so when you bought her the house, was she on drugs? Because you said she was on drugs when you were 7.
Well, I mean, she sound like what you call it, Marie. She done brought her mama back in the house. Like, maybe they just be hoping things like, maybe if I get her a house and she's in a nice place and she'll get, hoping she would change. I don't know.
And I guess since the sister was messed up, they put her on the kids on mama first,
Right.
right? Well, at this point, William was little, but William knew to call Marlo to tell Marlo come get him and his brother because
Because Marlo was the one with the
gone.
money. Because she
Yep,
was out here in these streets
yep.
getting money.
So Marlo brings up, you wasn't there when I needed you when I was young, and our mama was like, well, whatever foster home you was at, I always came for you.
See what I'm talking about? You want credit for what? You want credit for coming to the foster home?
Or not that you had to go, but I found you every time.
And how does that make you feel? So you're in the foster home and you're like, my mother's here, and then she's like, okay, yeah, I gotta go. So then what the? I don't even say that word no more. What are you coming here for?
I don't know. Child to say hey.
I don't want it. Her
Um,
mama irritated me. It's whatever. Because that just sounded crazy. I was like, Marlo, send her back because she's still not.
y'all sent her back already.
Send her back.
Well, like I said, we definitely see where her problems come from.
Mm-hmm.
See none of that. She told her, she said, you the reason for all our issues. It started with you.
That is the very first time I was looking at Marlo like, okay, now she's for real.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we real quick, the friend in LA, back to Sheree. Um, he's working on
Yay. Confetti.
10 to 11 pieces. He's working on, he got 10 or 11 pieces at this point. Now they may or they may not show up. Okay. So we're just gonna put that out there. Brandon, Drew, Candy, and Sanya meet up at CVS where Kenya products is being released and she's having a little ribbon cut ceremony. We ain't seen Brandon in a while. Hey Brandon. Hey boy.
You know
That
what?
was
I didn't realize that was him.
you
Because
didn't? Yeah. Hey Brandon. Brandon's still hanging around. That's all right. So yeah, she had her little ribbon cutting ceremony, which I'm sure that was a proud moment. Um
and
then
you
they
know what? The people that show up are all the people that actually have a business. That's
well Drew was there.
okay. Well, she has a job, I guess.
Drew want to be on camera regardless, so she ain't
Boot
gonna
and
miss.
all, she rode up on her scooter.
Yeah. Um. So they talk about Sheree may or may not be ready for this fashion show that's come up. And then somebody was like, "Well, maybe if she don't have the pieces, because last Kenya heard she only had 5 pieces, so she was like, maybe it's just gonna end up just being a party." And then Drew was like, well, I hope not. She don't pay for parties. I'm like, Drew, let's not make this a thing, honey. We're not gonna keep going on and on about this little measly $800. Now
Especially
$800.
when you knew that people told you from episode 1. That's what you came here talking about. You started the whole season out talking about they said she didn't pay money, and then you go ahead and do something with her, waiting on her to pay you money.
And is $800 that much for you to every episode moving forward?
No,
Talking about this
no.
$800, girl, just call it a wash. You did it for them.
You paid the party for the thing.
It's all right.
Ralph got it.
He should. I don't know how. I don't know what Ralph do, but he should.
He's a gigolo. He got the same job as Marlo. They work for the same corporation. That's why he got to slide to Tampa.
Lord.
Oh, Marlo's
So
from Tampa. Dun, dun, dun.
there you go. So Candy meets Marlo and her mom. Marlo really wanted Candy to come because she really want to be friends with Candy. So she want her to come and meet her mom. Um, well, before we get to that, I'm sorry, I overjumped. Candy met with her mama. I read my notes wrong. Child, know how I did that. So she talk about, she tell her mom her and Todd is working on this trust for the kids, right? And Mama Joyce feel like the money she made before the marriage should go into a different trust just for the kids and not Todd. Okay. And she like, well, I need to leave my husband something. And then Mama Joyce said that she feel like Riley, being the oldest, should be put in the forefront because she don't have a father and the other ones do. Um, Joyce so messy. I don't even know why she had these conversations with Joyce.
Listen, I guess there's two ways to look at that. Maybe Riley grew up with nothing, but Riley grew up rich. Like she been rich her whole life too. Maybe not as rich as she is now, but her whole life has been privileged. So then you got three kids, split the shit three ways. Why are we making somebody like more?
Because she feels like Riley and Riley Wood and Bertha number 2, she feels like that she could convince Riley to cut Todd out of it, and I think Riley would be okay to cut Todd out of it, but his own kids is not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I'm saying. So why are we making an issue? You have three kids, split it three ways. Ain't no other way to discuss it. It sounds stupid.
That's what, and I think that's what Candy's gonna do. But just for Joyce to
And
say
also,
like that,
how long have Todd and Candy been married? Like it's been about 10 years now, haven't it been?
hey, hell, Candy didn't even look the same. She looked
Because
totally.
Ace is 6 years old, so we know it's more than 6 years.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, what else does this man have to prove? Like Mama Joyce act like I don't even feel like she should have been a part of this conversation.
That's why I said, why are we having this conversation? You already know how your mama is, so I didn't know why you even brought this up. And then she want to know who gonna be over the trust. She said, "Well, Don Juan, but I feel like somebody else should be on it with him, like me." Candy, like, oh, so you killing me off before you? Like, that's what we
Not
doing?
only that, I know Don Juan have a knot in his chest because nobody wants to deal with that. You picked a person that you thought was going to be fair. Well, Joyce is only going to be trying to tell you to do things the way she thinks they should happen, which means cut off Todd.
She should have really pissed her off. She should have said, "Okay, Carmen," because that would have really, pissed her off. Yeah, you don't do that. They all 3 is her kids, split it 3 ways. That was very selfish, and Mama Joyce thinks she's slick.
And honestly, I feel like maybe you know, if y'all are all family, like if it were me, I would not completely leave Kayla out either. Like, you know, I'm gonna leave her maybe not the same portion that my kids get because her father is gonna take care of her, but I feel like she should be included in that number. She's their sibling. She's the sibling of the other 2.
Child. Mama Joyce said they don't get nothing.
Clearly, because she didn't even come up in the conversation.
Well, you know Joyce wasn't finna bring her up. You know that. You remember how bad? Do you remember back in the day how bad she treated that girl? Yeah, that was horrible. And then she want to separate the money. All the money that you made before him, all that need to go just to Riley. Like, damn, Ace.
All of that goes to Riley.
All of that goes to Riley, the money before. And then the other money, the other kids can split that. She sound crazy.
She sound like she planned on outliving Candy.
That's what Candy like, damn, you didn't bump me off like before you. Like, what is you doing? And she told her she ain't doing that. She ain't putting her over because she knows she ain't gonna do Ty right. She know, and she asked her, "Would you be nice to her?" And you know she didn't say nothing. So I mean, you can't even act like you gonna be nice to Ty. So
why though? Honestly, God, dog. After all these years, like Todd has proved to be what? Besides, like him and Candy seem like a good team. Isn't that what you want for your
She don't want Candy with nobody. I don't believe she want Candy with nobody.
Why? Because she's alone. Maybe she should find something to do.
You know, I had looked at some other people reviewing this, and I was reading the comments, and a lot of people was like, she reminds them of Tony Braxton and mama. That same attitude.
Are they friends?
Might be,
But just
hate,
always miserable. Yeah.
yeah, miserable or don't want them with nobody,
Well, I'm like, well, dang, are you nice to little Ace and Blaze because they're Todd's kids? Just like Riley better.
just like Riley. I hope she is. We know she not with Kayla though.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. So we at the rehearsal. Make sure I ain't skip nothing. Okay. Yep. We at the rehearsal, and Rawan found someone who got all the models for the show. Um, Still don't have the pieces, according to Sheree. And Rawan was like, "Look, if they anywhere in the U.S., I'll go fly and pick them up. Like, this is ridiculous." And she's like, "I mean, are you gonna sew the pieces together too?" Rawan looked like she wanted to slap her. So at this point, she's saying she only got 5 pieces. She
I
waiting
want
on
to slap her because that sounds crazy.
19. So we waiting on 19 more pieces. So we got 100 freaking models back here. What are we rehearsing? Everybody gonna take turns putting on the 5 pieces,
Technically, we only need 5.
right? That's why I call it. So, child, Tyrone just showed up with his Fuji sweater on, child,
This
looking
nigga,
crazy.
no, he stepped it up. It was Burberry. He had a
Is
Burberry sweater,
that
child.
what that was?
And he has some Burberry glasses on.
Child.
Somebody
Okay.
gifted him up.
Hooked them up. Hooked them up. Well, the youngest daughter was there. She didn't know who he was. She was like, "Who is that?" I'm like, "They don't even know who he is." But you was talking
Well,
about
this
like,
is why you know that shit is bullshit. Why? Why don't they know
how
who he
your
is?
kids don't know?
And they're not little kids, they're grown.
I watched Love Back to Lockup. What's the girl name? The girl who had slipped up and had the baby with the dude while he was locked up.
I haven't watched it in a long
The
time.
black girl. It was when we was watching it. The black girl that,
Oh yeah, homegirl, the crazy lady that wanted to move to Utah.
yeah, her kids
Yeah.
knew. Her kids knew who he
They
was.
knew.
Yeah, child. But her daughter ain't know them. So
Neither did
y'all,
her mother.
no, no. So she say to him, "You owe me an apology," and basically for leaving her stinking out there crying and looking a fool. And he said, "You was trying to get me locked up, trying to put me on camera." So he was saying, when I was taking you out, basically, I was taking you out on the low, but you trying to put me on camera, and I can't be on camera.
I think he wanted to get paid because I remember back in the day he was trying to negotiate some type of money with Bravo, and so he wouldn't show up because they wouldn't agree to pay him. And now I guess he's like, well, I better get this opportunity then, and then now he's deciding to show up so he could get some camera time.
Yeah, because Apollo came on and said all of that was BS. And we know, because we were just talking about Love at the Lockup.
Apollo
We
said
see on
Section
camera.
32 states
Apollo
that
needs to stop. He need to stop. We
that
didn't
you
watch
are allowed to be in front of media. Sanction 32. Read that one.
I know we didn't watch the whole lot of shows where they was in there locked up and the whole nine. So,
Child, they
okay.
be doing Zoom calls and everything.
Child, for real.
All these years, your grown ass daughter ain't been like, let me see this Tyrone person.
Cause you claim you was with Tyrone before Tyrone went in.
Before.
She didn't know him. Okay.
That's why y'all lying. Both of y'all, you and Tyrone be lying.
And Tyrone, I seen you on the interview with Tasha Kane. You said you was doing Love in the Feds.
And Tyrone, you walk like George Jefferson. How you coming in there like pimp walking?
So, she basically wasn't trying to hear him what he had to say, so she walked away. Now we at the part where Marlo wanted Candy come meet her mom, and they're at Lay Archive, and Marlo is sitting up there talking to her mom, and her mom says, She just want to know why. She said, I want to know why you ain't never come, why you don't come and visit. And Marlo was like, but I ain't never missed a gift. Marlo still uses that, like you said, that
That's
money.
how
She put
she.
money around. Mm-hmm. Um, so mom was like, I'm gonna tell you, because it sounded like they got into it before she even got there. And she said, I'm gonna tell you what I was telling old girl. So I'm gonna tell you, look, you really want to know. I don't know what she said, Crystal. She was talking to somebody. And so
Somebody,
she
yeah.
said, I was gonna say, I wonder if it would be okay if I brought my boyfriend, which pissed Marlo off because she like this. I ain't seen you, woman, in 3 years.
That's another time I saw real emotions. I was like, oh, she mad,
Yeah,
mad.
yeah. I ain't seen you in 3 years, and you want to bring your
If
boyfriend?
this camera crew wasn't there, Mama would have been at the airport
Yeah.
that
Oh yeah.
day.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And she telling us
Maybe
all the
Crystal is her sister. Is that her sister?
that's her sister.
Yeah, that's what she was talking to, Crystal.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh. That's what it was then. Yep.
And that
So
sister was like, maybe you shouldn't try to
yeah.
do that.
So while they arguing, because Marla told her, yo, it's always been about a man with you. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, she probably was putting them kids to the side, running around chasing some man getting hot. So why they
And what
arguing?
she said was a word. That's probably why I don't have a man. It probably is. She probably feels the way, you know what I'm saying? And being brought up in a foster home, like I bet you that's what it is. How do you
Mhm.
have a relationship? Because she can't. She can't have relationships with anyone.
No, she don't. So Candy walk in the midst of the argument. Marlo at this point, she embarrassed because she like, I wanted Candy to come in and we in happy mode and
No,
because
she
she
was about to
said,
have real tears. The ones that she didn't have at the therapist's office was finna show up right then. Because
yeah,
Candy was
that's
like,
what
"Are you okay?"
yeah. Cause she did. She tried to make it nice. Like she had the food and everything and her mama, but she knew, deep down inside, she knew her mama just wasn't gonna do right.
Mm-hmm.
That's disappointing.
Well, and Marlo is been faking the funk this whole time, like trying to carry herself like she's so I'm from Paris and this is it, and then now she got her real life in there. And ain't
Mm-hmm.
nobody judging that because your mother's
And that's what we've been
decisions is
asking
not your
for,
fault.
though. That's what we've been asking for, this real shit and not this fake shit that
Yeah.
you was portraying this, oh, lay archive and I'm
At
this
the
and this.
end of the day, look at where you at after all of that.
You survived it, child. And I mean, doing really good. You
And
building
doing
a
well.
thing. Um, so she come back in. Her mom say, she ain't mean to hurt her feelings, and she ain't gonna try to bring a boy around and all of that. Candy asked her how old was she when how old were the kids when she started doing drugs, and she was like 7. So I mean, that's young.
Their whole life.
Yeah. Um. Then she started talking about how she was
Matter of
seeing
fact, 7 is when they start really realizing things.
what's going on, right?
Yeah.
Um. She started talking about how she was a CNA, how she hadn't got on drugs, she would have been a nurse. Um. Um. So Candy asked her, have she and Marlo ever thought about going to counseling? And she was like, yeah, she was like, oh, that's good. Cause if me and my mom went, she would end up cussing me out in the end. And she was like, oh no, I'm not gonna do that. And Marlo just looked at her, because Marlo just told us you went up and down the
That's
street
what you
cussing
do.
her out, calling
I mean,
everything.
maybe they don't need counseling. Maybe they should just be separate. Her mother is too traumatizing for Marlo.
Yeah. And Marlo treats everybody else like that
So
because it
she
must.
gonna go take it out on somebody else. So maybe her mother should just go to hell back wherever she came from with her boyfriend. Where was
Yeah.
he gonna go? Like he
So
wanted
that
her to buy him a
house,
flight
she already
too?
said she was getting that house back. She was trying to get her house back. That was the plan, to come back up there.
No, she not. We not doing that.
House back.
Mm-mm. How come the
Child,
sister don't? Why you ain't give the sister a house? Anyway.
Why
The
she didn't
sister
get a
with 4 kids.
after 4 kids? Right, right. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I would like to know a little bit more with that. Cause I'm like, dang, yeah, I'm like you. You took the house away from everybody. So the cutest part is when Kenya was getting ready for the fashion show with Brooklyn. And Brooklyn was helping her get dressed. And she was saying how she wanted to go. And she was helping her pick out the dress. And she was like, I want to wear it. Let me. And she said, you can't wear that dress. She was like, well, can I pick me out one? Sure. I want to go too. We going? Use your
I
mama.
noticed Brooklyn had on her mama's brand.
Did she? I didn't pay that no mind. She did.
She had on a Kenya Moore t-shirt. It was cute too.
Aw, she's so cute. So we at the fashion show, y'all. Drew looked like she was wearing makeup from the mortuary. Did y'all? Anybody look at that? How pale that makeup was?
It was and that blonde. I can't hardly hear you.
Okay.
And that blonde.
Yeah. So Drew and that wig that she be wearing and all of that is
Basket ready, wasn't she?
child. So Drew, first thing she saw was the logo. She complimented the logo and then wanted to know that where her $800 went. Like, please don't
I
be at
find it
this.
funny that Sheree had like the step and repeat and everything all printed out, but she ain't had no clothes. Like, did you do that way ahead of time? Because
it's all BS.
it was everywhere.
Yeah, yeah, it was all BS. Um, y'all don't be at this damn reunion fuss about this $800. Somebody get this girl $800 so I don't have to hear this shit. Kenya killed it. As always, she walked in, body was snatched, hair, makeup, dress, beautiful, you know. Sanya came in, she looked good, you know, she got a little bitty tiny fit body, so she could
always
wear
dressed
that
like an
dress.
ice skater. Like, that's the same shit she had on for the reunion almost. That's
Not
stupid.
the ice cream. Oh my God. Did y'all see them reunion looks? We'll talk about that next
We'll
week.
talk
But
about that next week. Yeah.
girl, oh, Candy always have horrible fashions. I don't know who her stylist is. I want her to get
She
a new
just
style.
didn't look like she was going to a fashion show.
She looked like she put on something from back in the
Amy
day.
was
That
like,
old
I don't
dress
have
with that
the, let me
drape.
throw something on. She ain't got time for all that.
She went down in that pool room and grabbed something out that bag. That's what it looked like.
Not Kanye
Yeah.
style.
Yeah. Marlo comes in and tell them that Tyrone is outside. He coming in. And rumor is Tyrone had been there a few nights. Yeah, she probably went on and hit it for the
I mean, I
road.
don't think that Martell was in the picture. She might as well go ahead and, I mean, geez.
Yeah, yeah. And so because he went right on back to the dressing room with his flowers, he had brought her some flowers.
Was he trying to look in the camera? I was like, what is he doing? Like, he kept trying to in front of the
some
thing.
AirPods.
Go sit down, Tyrone. You're too late. You should have came to Philly when we were there the first week.
Well, she introduced him to her mom, and mom had no idea who he was until she said, "You know, prison back." And I was like, "Tyrone, you got to take that because that's who you is, boo. You prison back."
And that's what they've been calling him the whole time. Because as soon as she said that, her mother was like, oh,
Oh,
okay.
yep, okay, prison back. um, you know, they went on to introduce him to all the ladies. None of them was impressed. You know, Marlo was like, he ain't got no money no more, so she can go on and leave him.
It's that walk. He has to stop doing that. He's gonna have to just stand up and walk regular. Nobody wants to be staying with you, walking like George Jefferson.
So all of the who's who in Atlanta was there. All the reality stars was there. You know, Married to Medicine. Child Peter was there. 'Cause Peter ain't gonna miss nothing. Cause Peter is
What
and
was
always
Peter
gonna be the
doing there?
housewife.
Why? Why was Peter there?
He's a housewife. Come on now.
Kenya was like, your zipper's open. You zip your pants.
Um, Dwayne was there, babe. Dwight looks good, honey. Dwight looked better than he did the last time we seen him. I don't know what kind of work he had on, but Dwight looks very
Well,
handsome.
because Dr. Terry, is it not Terry? What's the other one?
DeBro? Dr.
No,
DeBro?
not DeBro, but the other guy that was Beverly Hills' husband.
Yeah. The one who was with him, his partner.
Yeah. The nose guy. He fixed his Michael Jackson because he was on that show. He was on Botched, and they fixed his Michael Jackson so his nose not pinched like it was.
Yeah. Oh, is that what it was? Because I was like, I don't even remember him.
I mean, I'm sure Dwight has always been moisturized and all of that stuff, but he did have a Michael Jackson and Dr. Nassif. Isn't that his name? Dr. Nassif.
Nassif, yeah.
Yeah. He fixed his Michael Jackson. It's way better.
Okay, that's what it is then. Because I was like, he didn't look that good before.
Yeah, it was that nose.
Yeah, okay. All right, Dr. Nassif. Who was there? Bob was there. Bob came out, him and his wife, to support.
I mean, I guess he should be there.
His kids was walking in the show. Well,
he has a wife. Bob has another wife.
Bob is married to a white woman.
Shut up. Okay, carry on.
I heard. I believe Ashton Miller was talking about it. Said they live on a farm. Country boy.
No, that's not Bob. I told you that. That's not Bob. That's what you call it, Jennifer Williams' husband.
Oh, that's who that is.
Yeah.
Well, it looked like he was there with a white girl.
Maybe.
That's how I got him confused. Yeah. Okay. Or maybe he just sitting next to her. Shit, I don't know. So girl seen Dwight said she had to do it all over. She had to make sure Dwight was gonna be there because he talked about her so bad, child. But the show's over 2 hours late.
Ain't no way.
Oh, she had food and hors d'oeuvres and drinks for them if you're gonna be that late.
For a fashion show, that's nuts. And I don't know what that lady was talking about because she said something about 15 minutes. Ain't no runway lasting 15 minutes. You do all that blessed work, and it's about 3 to 5 minutes, really. Ain't nobody on stage for 15 minutes.
Girl, if I'm eating and I'm drinking, I can sit back and kiki. I can deal with it. And they must have had something because Candy didn't lose her shit. Because Candy usually lose her shit if she can't eat. So maybe they did have something.
She had some egg rolls.
Okay. Was it my boy?
Oh, I'm just saying. I don't know.
Was it my boy from Candy Coated? Yeah, because I'll be all right with them.
She probably rolled through there. Was like, I ain't gonna be hungry.
Right. So the show finally starts. Some of the outfits wasn't. You really couldn't wear exercise outfit. I thought She by Sheree was all like fit athletic wear. Ty was like, you can't wear that one. Like, ain't nobody wearing that one working out, Ty.
Look here.
Some of them was really cute. Some of them were cute.
If you go to the website.
Don't go to the website.
I'm getting ready to tell you. If you go to the website, you can't shop on anything. But
well, wait, let's talk about the website at the end.
Okay.
They had a cute little white boy that was there that was really doing it. So kudos to.
Then you had to come up out of her seat. But I was like, when she stood up, I was like, they are cute though. Like they did look good standing next to each other.
They did. Paulo came out. She still was lightweight crushing on Paulo, but Paulo's girlfriend was standing over there too, like, no, that was mine. Overall,
I guess Apollo's cute enough. I don't get like.
Kenya always had a little something for Apollo because Apollo has that look that she likes.
If you look at him, yeah, but then once you talk to him, then
no. That's Prison Back Part 2.
Both of them.
Yeah. Overall, I thought it was a good show, though. What you think? You're more expert on that. I thought it was a good show. Rowan, I think she did a good job.
I did like that dress that she had on at the end. I was like, okay, that was actually kind of dope. It didn't
Yeah.
look like athletic wear, but you know.
No. And like I said, she had a couple of cute
It
pieces. Some
was
on was
listen,
like,
it's you when you have a fashion show for athletic wear, like it ain't like there's gonna be some big grand ball gown at the end. So if
right.
you have a show where people, because they were all like, oh yeah, I want that. That's what you want, like the pieces that
Yeah.
people are gonna want to purchase. So
Yeah.
yeah, I would say it was good. I don't know how much athletic we doing with them naked stuff, but
That's what I said. Some of that stuff, it just wasn't, you know?
Apollo and the white boy though, their outfits did look good. Like I'm not crazy about that
Yeah.
sheer shit on no dude, but the two people, the two guys, I was like the thing that the white boy had on and that thing that
And
Apollo had
Apollo.
on. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So after the show, like everybody, you went to the website. I went to the website. What did you see on the website?
Pictures of Sheree and her dog.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, at first I was like, is it my phone? So I'm like, refreshed it, went out, came back in. The shot every tab. No, the other tab that didn't work was the tab that says that you can subscribe to. So I tried to put in my info to subscribe, and that didn't go through either. Because I was like, okay, send me an email, let me know when your shit is working or something. So
Well, the people said she was out here selling AliExpress, right?
well, okay, so what happened? I guess before we got on there, other people was able to get on before the site, because she came on and said that it was so many people that came to the
That's what she
thing, it
said.
crashed
That's
the
what Drew
site.
said when her shit was crashed.
So that's where
You
she got
was
it
talking
from.
to you. You was like, I know one thing. When She by Sheree happened, it won't be crashed. Mm.
Crash, burn.
This is
So
what I
that's
don't
what she
understand
said.
too. Like, the shit happened in February. You
Yeah,
have from February till it's damn near February again. To
but you down there know that after it aired, I'm sure you knew
you
when it
should
was
have
gonna
this
air.
website should have been up and running like Sunday morning.
It should, yeah. It should have been up and running, like you said, in February, the day you had the fashion show. So when people left, they could have went in there and had their stuff.
Well, I mean, no, I get her wanting to debut it on the show because then if everybody's seen anything, I get that. But what I'm saying is the shit should have been available Sunday morning. So everybody's not like, it was like 3, 2, 1, and then we all went to the website. So what else was supposed to happen? And then the people said the stuff that was on the show was not on the
On the
website.
website. So it was 3 outfits on the website. Did you see the 3 outfits?
The shit that she copied for, she put her thing on from Alibaba or
Well, it
Alibaba.
was just a plain jogging suits. 2 of them was a male, just a hoodie. It was just a hoodie, and she stuck her logo on the front.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one that she had on was the same like outfit that you see on every Amazon, Alibaba,
Right. And she put her logo on it and then charged more money than Amazon and AliExpress were charging. Okay. Yeah. So if you go to the website now, and then like last night or Sunday, whenever that was, Sunday, if you click on the Instagram, you go to the Instagram and there's nothing. You couldn't go to nothing. So today, if you go to the website, still you can't shop from the website, but if there's 2 Instagram pages up there. So if you go to the other Instagram page, then you'll see the stuff she's got for sale. So them lace joggers with the booty out, $182. You could get them for $182.
Oh no, bro, we're gonna go back to Amazon and get 40.
Now you can get you some cute She by Sheree socks for $32. I'm just saying, if that's just one, a pair of socks for
Do they stop your feet from sweating? Why are they $32?
I didn't read the details. I was just like, real quick. The top that goes with the jogger, I think that was $140. And then she's got some sports bras that are like $102. A t-shirt for no, the bra is 70, the t-shirt, the little t-shirt is 70, $102. Like, yeah.
So this guy who said he was the designer came on there and was upset because she took 100% credit for every piece that we saw on the show. So what he said was he is not letting her have the prints of anything that was on the show, and that's why they saying you can't find nothing that was on the show on her website because he's not letting her have design. He
Well,
said,
some of it is there. Them lace booty pants. That's the only thing. She got a couple pairs.
everybody got lace booty pants, so that's like
I can't go to the gym with my whole ass out.
Yeah, but that probably wasn't one of his original. That was nothing that caught nobody attention.
Well, probably not. Yeah. I mean, it caught my attention. Her ass was out. What?
Well, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
She had like cat suits and stuff, and I was like, I mean,
yeah. Well, he said she can't get his patterns, his stuff that he put on there. So
I mean, I don't really think she's gonna follow through anyway.
It's such a disappointment. It's such a disappointment that we did all of that to get to here and we have nothing.
Well, the good news is if you go to CVS, you can get some Kenya Moore hair care because it's fully stocked because she went ahead and handled her business and hired a team to get it done. That's
all right. So at the end of the day, Kenya Moore hair care.
And on that note, don't forget to hit that like button. Oh, is he coming? Rhonda. Did he put a shirt on?
Nope, he said Rhonda. He's working
okay. Out. Well, on that note, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.